How's it going, YouTube? Today I'm standing at the guard station cabin just off of Swan Lake in Swan Lake, Montana. And my parents and I have rented this cabin for a couple nights. There's a really nice wildlife viewing area just off to the side here, and we're going to try to hopefully spot a bear, at least some wildlife. Just a little information about this cabin. The cabin is the oldest building in the Flathead National Forest. It was constructed in 1909 as a remote ranger station and has since been fully restored and reconstructed. It is located at the south end of Swan Lake near the village of Swan Lake. Alright, let's go take a look inside. Alright. So just inside here we have the kitchen. See if we can adjust. Got some cupboards and a refrigerator. This cabin does have electricity, so that's kind of nice. But just kind of a simple kitchen. And we've got a little bit of a dining room area, a good place to play some games. Has a propane heater on the wall here, but also the wood stove. Got some nice seating area to hang out by the fire here. Back in here is one little bedroom with a twin-size bed. And we'll head upstairs here. Kind of some steep stairs. And in this bedroom we have what looks like a full-size bed and a twin. Maybe a little closet. Not really sure what that is. And in this room we have 1, 2, 3 twin beds and another full. So on the website it says that this cabin sleeps 8 people, but I think 2, 4, no, I guess that's right, 8 people. But anyway, next I think we're going to go check out the wildlife viewing area that is right next door. Alright, little change of plans, guys. My dad and I are heading to the lake to try to find a spot and drop our canoe in for about an hour or so. Alright, we've made it out onto the water. How you doing back there, Joe?
Doing well.
So I'm going to stick my GoPro on the bill of my cap and try to get some POV shots.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Okay, so we spent about an hour out on the water. It was kind of a short canoe trip. I hope my GoPro footage turns out okay. Right now we're headed back to the cabin to see what my mom and Jackie are up to. Alright, we just ran into town to grab some paper plates and a few things that we forgot. We also stopped at Dairy Queen here just to grab some quick dinner. That is one of the nice things about the guard station cabin, is that it's close enough to just run into town. I think we're going to try to hurry on back though and get to the wildlife viewing area right next to our cabin, and hopefully there will be a bear roaming around, which would be really nice. So this is the wildlife viewing area that's just not even a quarter of a mile from the cabin we're staying in. There's no wildlife out here right now, but hopefully if we come out here early in the morning, we'll see something. Good morning, YouTube. It's early day 2 and we're back here at the wildlife viewing area. Once again, there's no wildlife to be seen, but it's still a pretty beautiful view. Are you finding anything good?
I got a dime.
A dime?
Yeah.
What year is it?
I think it's about a 2008.
Oh, 2008, so not...
No real treasure here. This
no
is
gold
just
yet.
it was just really laying on top of the ground, just top of the surface. All kinds of beeps and everything, but
Well, this cabin was made in 1909. Keep looking, let me know when we're rich.
I'll let you know.
So we're at a popular breakfast spot called the Echo Lake Cafe, which is about 17 miles from the cabin, so not too bad of a drive. Great food here, large portions, and I think the rest of the plan for today, we're going to go for a scenic drive this morning. We're going to do a campfire and hot dogs for lunch. After lunch is a bit of a toss-up, but I know we're going to possibly take my dog Jackie out on a canoe for the first time ever, which should be kind of fun. Alright, YouTube, we went for a bit of a scenic drive. I forgot to film anything because I forgot. But we're back here at the cabin. We've got a campfire going, and I think before long we're going to have some hot dogs and maybe some s'mores. There it is, guys, the perfect hot dog. Alright, so my dad and I are out here in the middle of Swan Lake, and he's doing a little bit of fishing. Are you feeling lucky today?
Yeah, I am.
Feeling lucky.
I am. Yep.
So, what kind of fish are we fishing for?
Well, that's a good question. Anything that bites this lure.
Anything that bites the lure, and we'll take it. Alright, so you're switching lures there to one of those kind of bleeding rattle shads. I'm not sure what they call them. But we're feeling like this is the lucky one. This is the one. Let me zoom in on that real quick. This is the one that's going to get us the big ones.
So I'm going to cast it and just let it sink for a little while, go down a little ways, and then start reeling in. So,
all right.
See how this goes. We've seen a few bubbles coming up and something poking its head out of the water a little bit ago. So fish are around here.
Alright, we're done fishing for the day. We've got the canoe loaded back on top of the car here. How many fish did we catch, Joe? Zero. Zero fish. So we did just as good as last time, no worse than last time, can't complain. And yeah, we're heading back to the cabin. Alright guys, we're back in Bigfork, Montana, which is about 17 miles from the cabin as well. And we're just going to kind of look through some shops here, do a little shopping. If you're ever in need of a very large fork, Bigfork has you covered. This would be good for my ASMR videos, but a little bit out of my price range. Those are kind of cool.
Unfortunately. Six. It's gotten a little slow right now.
Spooky. Well guys, what can I say about downtown Bigfork? Lots of artsy, fancy, decorative type stuff that's a little overpriced and not really what I'm looking for, but if it's what you're looking for, you know where to find it. It did lead us back to Dairy Queen once again. I am addicted to their chicken strip baskets. I really like those, but I think we're going to head back to the cabin, maybe have another bonfire tonight, some more s'mores maybe, and play some games, some cards, some Farkle. But for right now, I think that's it. Alright YouTube, we are back at the cabin right now. My dad is downstairs killing flies by the dozen, and that's been one of the kind of disappointing downsides of this cabin, is that it is infested with flies. I am feeling pretty exhausted at this point. I've been kind of lazy and not vlogging everything we've been doing. We've actually done quite a bit since we've been here, and I'm starting to get kind of worn out. I think the plan for the rest of the night is just to play some cards, play a few games, and hopefully first thing in the morning, my parents feel like packing up and getting out of here, because I'm wanting to get home and sleep in my own bed. But yeah, want to get home. Well YouTube, it's the next day. We're back safe and sound in Kalispell. I didn't bother filming us loading up and packing all our gear back into the cars because it just didn't seem that exciting. And I also was worried about just getting my camera gear packed safely, so I apologize for that, but let's talk about the trip for a few minutes. We did not see any wildlife of any kind. I was crossing my fingers and hoping to see a bear. That is definitely an area that people go during bear hunting season. I wouldn't hunt a bear, but it's an area that the bear are at, and we just didn't see one, so that's unfortunate. We also didn't see any moose or elk or deer or any of the other critters that live out there, so kind of disappointing on that end. My dog Jackie, we had planned to take her for her first canoe ride, but this was also her first big trip away from home. Being a deaf dog, she's kind of nervous and worrisome anyway, and she was stressed out enough. I didn't feel like throwing her into a boat and making things worse, so maybe next time she'll go out on the canoe. But this was kind of a big video for me. This was a big undertaking. I don't know if the way I edited it together is going to be pleasing to people. I chose not to put music in the background. Leave a comment if you agree with that. Some people think that music helps make the video. I think that sometimes it can kind of take away from the video, And in this one, I wanted to focus on where we were and what we were doing, and not on some background track. But if you like this kind of video, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know, and I'll make more like it. If you didn't like the video, let me know respectfully, and I'll take that into consideration as well. But special thanks to my parents for putting together a great trip for us. That was really nice. We had a great time. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.